What is going on, everybody? My name is YaTuChavez, and real quickly before I get into the gameplay, I got this game while I was playing with Legit Gaming 360, Jordan. Whatever you know him as, whoever you know him as, he's a really cool dude, so go check him out. He's just an awesome dude. So, this story just makes me question, why do bad things happen to me? Why do they always happen to me? Like, what had happened was, this happened actually a lot more recently than the girl I met while I was at the photography business. You know, it all started out with a normal day. You know, I would wake up, hop in the shower, and eat breakfast, and I would hop in my car to go to school. I hopped in my car, and the ignition was jammed. And now I know you guys are confused at saying, wait, why is your car's ignition jammed? Well, here's a picture of my car. It just looks terrible. It looks crappy. It is a rust bucket. Trust me, you guys might think it looks cool. It's not. Trust me, you won't understand how not cool it is until you drive it or you ride in it. So, I hop in my car. You know how you have to turn the ignition once and the car will start? Yeah, the ignition was jammed for some reason and I couldn't turn on my car. Like, I would sit there just like fiddling around with the ignition, you know, banging on the steering wheel or something just to get the ignition unjammed, I guess. And so that I could start the car fine. You know, I'm sitting there for about, not even 15 minutes, 5-10 minutes, I guess, trying to start the car, and after a while I did get it started. It worked fine, and you know, that just kind of got me worried at the fact that the car's ignition was jammed and it almost didn't start. And so I just forgot about it. I went to school, you know, went about my day, and during lunch I get a text from my friend saying that she wants to meet up after school, and I just remembered that she lives in the next county over, so the drive to her school to pick her up was about 15 or 20 minutes or so. It was kind of far, but it wasn't too far, I guess. So after my 7th period class, I hop in my car, and I had the same problem with the ignition. You know, it got stuck and the car almost would not start when the ignition was fine. So I got kind of scared. I said to myself, please don't let anything bad happen to this car while I'm with this girl. Please. It'll ruin all my chances with her. So, you know, I drive to the other school, I pick her up, and we go to Chipotle. If you guys don't know what a Chipotle is, it's like a fast food burrito Mexican restaurant, I guess you could say, and it has some good food. So I'm just in my car, and right before she gets out to get her food, she asked me if I wanted anything. I said, nah, I'm good. So the second she walks into the Chipotle, and at this point I'm still out of my car, she went inside to get her food. The second she walks in, I pop my hood, get out of the car, open the hood, and I'm looking at the inside of the car, under the hood. You know, assuming that just by looking at it, I could figure out what was wrong with the car. You know, it almost didn't start twice today. And this is where, you know, I guess my fear, or I guess my anxiety, or whatever you want to call it, that's when that took over, and I thought that adding more oil to the car would help. So my dumb ass put more oil in the car thinking it would help. So I put more oil in, close the hood, hop back in my car, and she's still inside the Chipotle waiting for her food. Try and start the car again, and after a few minutes it didn't turn on. But I swear, this is the only lucky thing that happened. Right before she stepped out of the Chipotle, my car started, and I'm like, thank you base guide. And I don't even know what base guide is. You know, we have some time to spare because I have to take her to like some college class or something after, you know, from picking her up. So she gets her food, and I take her to the school where she has to take her class, and we have some minutes or some time to kill. And so we just hang out in my car. Now, when her class started, she had to get out of the car and start walking inside. I waited until she was exactly inside because I was scared that if she was walking inside and I tried to turn on my car, she would kind of get mad and just kind of go on me saying, you drove me around in like a broken car that doesn't even work half the time, and she would get pissed at me, and I did not want that. So she gets in the car, she gets inside the school, and I'm trying to turn on my car again, but this time, you know, the ignition was not stuck, but the engine wouldn't start. It would make that kind of a noise that you never want to hear coming from a car. That's how bad it was. And I'm sitting there with that noise going off as I'm trying to start the car, and people are walking inside of the school, passing my car, just looking at me and looking at my car as if I'm some kind of idiot and I can't fix my car. So, you know, the car starts, and once it starts, I get a text from my friend saying, hey, my mom's car broke down. This was another girl, by the way. So I get the text from her saying, hey, my mom's car is still broken. Can you pick me and my mom up to help run some errands? And I'm a nice guy. For those of you who don't know, I'm a nice guy. I love to help out my friends and everything like that in any way, shape, or form that I can. And so I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll pick you up on the way home. So I pick up my friend and her mom on the way home and ask her, all right, where do you guys need to go? Well, we need to go to this church so we can pick up money for the car so that we can fix it. And we need to go to Giant and pick up some food. So we take her to the church, no problem. and I take her to Giant. Now, I'm exhausted at this point. It's maybe 6 or 7 p.m., and I'm usually home around 2 on a weekday after school. I'm just exhausted. They go inside to get their food, and I'm just in my car taking a nap. And you guys know how you can turn off your engine, but keep the radio on? Yeah, I did that while I was taking a nap, guys. So I'm taking the nap in the car, and I wake up when they are on the way back to the car to drop off the food and put it inside the back of the car. And so I help them put their stuff in the car. We hop back in, and the car starts perfectly. No problems at all. Until it turns on, and we could hear the car's power go down. And at that point, I knew that the battery died. Another car in front of us, because we were in the parking spot, it was like front end to front end, and the guy in front of us, saw that our battery died and tried to jumpstart our car. His car was a Prius, by the way, and if you take a look at my car versus a Prius, my car needs a lot of power to jumpstart it if the battery is dead. So we're sitting there with like a Prius trying to jumpstart this big truck, I guess, and we're sitting there for 20 minutes and it doesn't work. And so we got this other car trying to help us, so we had to push the car out of the parking spot so that we could get, the batteries could reach each other with the jumper cables. We had to push the car back. My dumbass puts the car in reverse, not neutral. So we could push the car backwards, but we couldn't push it forward when we were causing a traffic jam in the parking lot. But after a few minutes, a bigger car than mine came over, jump started it within like 2 minutes, and then I took the girl home. I took her and her mom home, and I got home at around 8 or 9 p.m. at night, on a school night, and I'm not used to coming home that late on a school night, guys, alright? So hear me out on this one. I don't think I've told my parents what had happened that night. They probably just thought that I was like at my friend's house for dinner or something. They don't know that my car is messed up. And I'm still driving the same car today. It's the scary part. So I'm scared that at any moment it could break down again just like that. I could be with a friend or with a girl and it would just break down on its own. That's what I'm scared of, guys. But yeah, that's pretty much my story. I hope this story was amusing to you as much as it was not to me, because I have the worst luck ever. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're new to my channel, and if you guys don't know, I have a series on my channel called Shout Out Saturday, where I can give my subscribers a shout out, help grow their channel. And if you guys want to be a part of that, be sure to check out my channel again, make sure to subscribe, and just follow the rules on my last Shout Out Saturday video. It will explain everything, how you can get a shout out, all that good stuff. And yeah, maybe you're lucky enough to get a shout out. Who knows? So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you guys later. Until then, peace.